Shit. What is going on? Can I access? Please reconnect or select another device. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Weird, weird, weird. I think that is probably. Bastards. We are just having technical difficulties everywhere today. We are just having technical difficulties everywhere today. Yo, yo, yo. Let me share this. See what's up. Share. Come talk some sports. I like tagging my homies in here. Tagging some people in here. Let them get on and chat some sports. There's a lot of topics we can talk about today. A lot of topics. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? Just setting everything up here, trying to get the talk live. Since I ain't got 2,000 people yet. Trying to get the talk live here. Any of you guys that's on here right now, do not follow us on the TikTok. Why don't you give us a follow, please? Greatly appreciated. Real and raw sports. Bang. You see it. There it is. What it is. Oh, I could probably. Yeah, we might as well go from the side. Show a little bit of that eagle love. Oh, come on, Herbie. Come on, Herbie. Herbie knows we've been talking shit about him. Well, I haven't, but I'm very disappointed in Herbie. Very disappointed in Herbie. NFL games today. We definitely got to change that. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Just getting TikTok set up here. Give me a Coke Zero here. Could be a sponsor. I wish. I don't know where my boy Den's at today. I figured I got about an hour before I got to go get the little one. And if anybody wants to talk some sports or bullshit, whatever, I am here for it. That's for sure. I am here for it. Come in, talk some sports. Maybe tell me what your team is. If you got any trade suggestions, trade deadlines coming. If you're into football. Let me turn this down here so the talk don't kick me off. Fantasy questions we can answer. If you got any good ones, trades, you can send it to the message there. And I got a fantasy guru on the other side that can really help you out. Or any bets, I got a Vegas insider that can help you out on some of those bets. Ryan Ratchford, Den Carter. Them were my dogs. Them are my dogs. Ryan Ratchford should get dog of the year on how much money he's won people for betting. He definitely should. Dog of the year. We should do that. I should suggest that. Dog of the year. I mean, we do dogs of the week and stuff. We should definitely do dog of the year. Last week was kind of disappointing, honestly. Last week was kind of disappointing for me. I mean, you had a couple people. I mean, obviously everyone puts up good numbers. But man, it seems like it's in that time of the year where it's like, who's for real on the NFL right now? My Broncos won and proves you wrong. Hey, I'm glad they won, bro. Ben, I'm glad they won. I wasn't hating too much. Come on. My boy beside me was hating. He was the Denver hater, bro. He's a Raiders fan. Remember, Ben? He's the one that said the Raiders was going to win the next 5 games. Well, hold on. Could win the next 5 games, Ben. Don't put me out like that. It wasn't me. I don't mind the Raiders. I don't mind the Raiders, Ben. I don't mind the Raiders. It's not my team, but I don't mind the Raiders. I don't mind Denver. I know you like Denver. They beat them. I know you was happy about it, wasn't you? I knew you was happy about it, Ben. You probably cussed me, though, didn't you? You probably cussed me, Ben, and said, hey, I told that little fat thing. Hey, Philly played good, dude. Philly played good. A lot of people knocked them out like all dudes. Jets beat them. Miami's going to roll them. Best offense in the league. Now, if it was at Miami, it probably would have been a little different, I think, just because of the weather, man. It was cold there. It's a big factor. These teams that play in these warm weathers, it's really, really good. When it gets to cold weather, if they got to go through Philadelphia, it's going to be tough. And it all starts on the offensive and defensive line, honestly. That's where I'm at with it. The up front on offense and defense, they played really well, and we was well disciplined. There should have been a couple flags that could have get called. Some did, one did, but two did, but it went both ways. The fact that Jason Kelce has so many men on him on the brotherly shove is crazy. Dude, it is crazy. I'm back and the Eagles won. Oh yeah, Ruby, fly Eagles fly, baby. Yeah, I mean I agree. That brotherly shove, dude, it works. I know everybody's hating on it, but if it was working for them, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't be complaining. It's technique. It's technique. Dolphins are a different team when they play a good team. They are. I mean, and Garth, I talked about, I'm over here right now in the TikTok world, the Facebook world. So if you can share or follow us here so I can link both of these up. I got a guy on Facebook saying that Dolphins are a different team. Garth, I wrote it down. When they play a good team. They are. But the Dolphins ain't played nobody. So their 5 wins are the Chargers that was at 2-3, the Patriots that was 1-5, Denver that was 1-5, New York Giants that was 1-5, and Carolina that was 0-6. I know a few of those won, but it's still not going to make much of a difference. Hey, I agree. I mean, I agree, Ben. I totally agree. If Garth Ben and them's talking about on TikTok about the brotherly shove, Ben was saying, I don't hate it. I love that play. You can't criticize a quarterback for squatting 600. I agree. And it's not no dangerous than anything else. I mean, if you really watch the Philadelphia game, if you want to talk about dangerous, talk about where the wide receivers rub each other and the other guys run into each other. That's dangerous. I mean, yeah, I know people on top of each other, but you got helmets and shoulder pads on that kind of help you when you compress, that it's not going to collapse you. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know the brotherly shove's working for my team, and I'm not being biased, but I mean, it works. That's like telling Mahomes he can't run around. I mean, come on. Tell Lamar you got to stay in the pocket and throw all the time. Can't take a play out. Come on, dude. Can't be taking a play out, coach. If they ban that, they better ban that backyard bullshit. I agree. I mean, hell, he's throwing stuff behind his back and stuff, which I like it. I mean, I like that stuff that the Chiefs and the Dolphins and them do. It's very creative. I mean, I think the way that their coaches bring on the playbook and let the people have fun, like Tyreek Hill and them, I think it wins football games. It really does. With Brown and Goddard pushing, dude. Brown is a dog. I think and Goddard's funny. And I mean, top 5 tight end in the league. Oh boy, I need my Slay helmet. I got my Darius Slay helmet hanging over here on the wall. Big play Slay made a good play last night. He deserves to be on here. Dang it. He deserves to be on here. Let me switch this back here. I don't know why it's doing that. I think something's wrong. Let me switch my camera back on this one, boys. There it is. When again? It's like it's messed up. Hold on, TikTok world. Let me unhook this and hook it back in. Let me try to fix it. Hold on. Part of the reason I love the Eagles because you guys, defense coordinator, is an Indian descent. I mean, I guess if that's why you like us, I'm for it. I mean, I've liked Philly for a while now, so I don't know. She's working now. The defense coordinator did really well last night, especially versus the Dolphins. The number 1 rush offense, number 1 pass offense. We held them pretty well. I mean, their run game didn't do much. I mean, it really didn't. The end of middle of the fourth quarter, they started doing some trick plays around and got some yards. But after that, I mean, it wasn't much. Garth, before you know too long, though, they're going to be having Julio Jones back there helping push too, because let me tell you, that guy's big too. That guy's a big guy too. Everybody's jumping in, joining in on TikTok. Hey, come talk some sports. I don't know. I think we're going to make a move for somebody, Ben. I really do. I think we're going to make a move at cornerback or safety or something. We got to have secondary help. I know some of them young guys are working out and they're working, like they're in plays, plugging in when needed. But man, they're getting burnt too. And man, I don't know. I think a lot of it's a Philly defense that they run. It's more of like a bend, don't break mentality. But I don't know. I mean, Bradbury at times looks like he's lost. And they keep saying over and over, it's like, oh, he's the top cornerback. And it's like, maybe on numbers, but when I watch him play, he's not a top cornerback. I like the dude. We signed him for a few years. But I just think maybe he might be better in the slot or something. I don't know. And then whenever offensive, I just have a feeling you guys are going to trade for Justin Simmons, and I'm going to be upset. I don't know, man. Brown had a better game than Hill. He did. He really did. A.J. Brown did. And I don't know, dude. I don't think we're going to go defensive line. Maybe linebackers, but our linebacker play has been really well. I think DBs. When I'm looking at a weakness, I'm looking at DBs. I'm looking at cornerbacks. I'm looking at safeties. I mean, I know we're just so young. Sidney Brown's young. Reed Blankenship's hurt. Avonte Maddox is hurt. Slade just come back from injury. We're just so beat up. Bradley Roby, the one we signed, he's hurt. So, sorry, bro. I thought you were talking about Jeffrey Simmons. No, yeah, you're right. You're right, Ben. I'd like to get that. I'd like to get him. I thought you meant Jeffrey Simmons, the lineman from Tennessee. That's what I thought you was talking about, Ben. Yeah, and I seen the Broncos, and we talked about it. Me and King Tilly talked about the Broncos could be on a fire sale. I mean, I don't know if they keep turning over some games, they probably won't be. If they win a couple more, Ben, who they got next week? I ain't even looked over, and my phone's on TikTok. So who does Denver got next week? So they won. I mean, that's a plus to them. I mean, that helps from not selling the team. Dude, our linebackers are nobodies, dude. Morrow, Cunningham, Nakobe Dean. They put Reddick. He's supposed to be a linebacker, but he's not. I mean, he's linebacker. Honestly, if we can't win against KC next week, we can't go on a fire sale. If we can win again. No, I agree. That's the thing. If you guys beat Kansas City, and you could sneak one out, I mean, it happens. It's a rivalry game. It's in the division. I think that I think you would. I think you would just keep winning or play to win, coach to win. But my buddy King Tilly that was here last week, long hair guy, he had some really good points about Denver's and their backups and their young guys coming in. There's some of these guys that you probably could afford to get rid of just to get you some picks. Jerry Jeudy, I think, would probably be the number one on the list that I think you could probably afford to get rid of. Honestly, yeah, I agree. I agree. Why don't you guys smash that like button there for me a few times? Get it in there. Did you see that monster game? Dude, Myles Garrett is a dog. Myles Garrett is a dog. Let me tell you, that guy is a stud. My goodness. Blocking punts, blocking field goals, sacking the guy, making him fumble in the end zone. It is mind-blowing to me. That dude, him and TJ Watt are really 1-2, 2-1, 1-2, however you want to look at it, at probably the best players in the NFL, hands down. And probably Tyreek Hill 3, I would say. He reminds me of I think he's better. I know it's hard to say, but I think he's got more motor. I feel like he's got more motor. And right now, I think it's like a proven point. I think that Browns are like trying to prove, I don't know if it's maybe to the quarterback, maybe to get us. I don't know. The vibes that the Browns give me from David Njoku posting a video and tweeting about he's playing where he got burnt. And beginning of the year, Myles Garrett, the Browns and Philly shared a thing where they where we did training camps together, and he said that he loved to play for Philly and stuff. I mean, if you're happy and like the quarterback, you love the quarter. I mean, I could guarantee you there wasn't one player on that Philly team was probably like, man, I'd love to go to Cleveland. I guarantee there wasn't, because they're happy in home. You know what I mean? The Philly has a good organization right now and they're happy. Stuff like that gets leaked out makes me feel that in home isn't good. So I don't know if it's a quarterback. I don't know if it's coaches. I don't know if it's the money. It just seems like it's not right. I think Robert Quinn was just an experiment that he got hurt a little bit, got banged up, and he just never came, dude. Never came to what they thought he was going to be. Someone asked a question. Collins and Henry for Swift. No. Philly's just so hard to do fantasy on, man. Grady, I know you get Swift, dude, and Philly's my boy, but it's just Eagles use so much. And, I mean, they use him a lot. They use Kenneth Gainwell a lot at times. I mean, Kenneth got the touches at the end zone that I was wishing DeAndre Swift would get, but I think Javonte Williams should be used a lot more. I agree, Garth Rose. Let's still have Covey, the punt returner, kick returner guy, Britton Covey. Yeah, we still got him. If that's who you're talking about, he's garbage. He's garbage. I don't even know why he's on there. I mean, he does decent, like catching it, but I don't understand it. I mean, no. Why ain't there a prime? I'd put Devontae Smith back there. Guaranteed. I put Devontae Smith back there. But it's so dangerous because you don't want somebody to get hurt. I remember Isaac Salamalu. Yeah, he went to Pittsburgh. Isaac went to Pittsburgh. Isaac Salamalu for the Eagles went to Pittsburgh now. He is running the Pittsburgh Steelers line. I got offered Bijan and Ridley for Matson and Keenan. I feel like I would be paying too much. You got offered Bijan and Ridley for Matson and Keenan. That's not bad. You have Keenan. You have Keenan and Matson. Matson's going to get a lot of touches now, though. That's the only thing. Keenan's just, is he going to stay healthy? He's going to put numbers up if he's there, but is he going to stay healthy? It's a roll of the dice, man, because Matson's going to get the number one carries for a while now, or the number one catches for a while now. He should, and touches. I mean, with your boy JJ out, I mean, the running backs are going to get more, the wide receivers are going to get more, and tight ends are probably going to get more because all of his touches, he got a lot. And Bijan's just been like, geez, what are you going to do? Are you going to play? Are you not going to play? You're not going to tell people you're going to play? What's up, B. Will? We're on the TikTok world too, bro. If you want to hop over there, I'm over here watching, looking at some comments, talking to people. I'm glad the Eagles did, dude. It's just hard for me to say that my team's going to smack anybody in the mouth because it's football and you just never know who's going to win and lose, bro. Thoughts on the Falcons dub? Falcons, I don't know, man. Falcons are just so hot and cold. Dude, Deshaun Watson is not good. Yeah, let's stay on that, Ben, for a minute. I like I said, I enjoy watching some of the Falcons players. I'm one. Whoa, yo, Dennis Church. I'm one that I liked Ritter. Like I wanted him to succeed. I liked watching him in college, and I just hope that he can pan out. But it looks like they're not real faith in him. So I don't know. Bijan didn't play yesterday. Kyle Pitts, we talked about a couple days ago that like Kyle Pitts was supposed to be him. I mean, I'm happy they won. I really am. I know just really because you said that's your dudes. You followed us last couple times. I was on here, talked to us about it. Is it possible Nola comes to Braves? Bro, Logan, I am not your baseball guy. I promise. I am not your baseball guy. Now, football, I can talk to you football and watch it and go through it, but the Buccaneers, like we talked about, so hold on, staying with the Falcons real quick. The Buccaneers might be on a fire sale now. So I don't know who they play next week if someone wants to look it up. Yes, John, they did. Yes, John, they did. But I don't know. If they lose another one soon, it's got to be fire sale, right? I mean, your Mike Evans could go. He's older. Linebacker could go. They're older. I mean, I know you got pieces here and there that if you're trying to sell now, it's time to sell. It's either you got to be a seller or a buyer because you're close and you got good pieces. But if you buy in and get some people, go get maybe Brian Burns or some of these Derrick Henry if you wanted, or I mean, there's just so many. Or if you're looking to reach into Denver and get a wide receiver or something, there's just so many options. Let's go to Deshaun Watson. Dude, I've been on this trash can for a minute now. If Georgia remains number one, do you think defending champs? I don't know. Hold on. We'll talk about that in a minute, Logan. We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson for a second. I don't know, dude. Deshaun Watson, I just feel like, honestly, if I'm watching the game a little bit, because I flip back and through him, I really believe that his heart is done with football. I mean, I know I usually joke aside with like him getting massages and playing around, but I really firmly believe that I just don't think his heart's in it. I mean, I know he took a shot yesterday. He really did. But at that time, he was 1 for 5, 1 interception. I mean, I don't understand it. And the only thing that tells me is that he's just not. You have football players and you have people that love football. You have basketball players and you have people that love basketball. So if you're into the basketball world, and to break it down with you, Kyrie Irving doesn't love basketball. He loves getting paid and he takes it as a job and he's very good at it. And I just think that's how Watson is. Watson don't care about being the number 1 quarterback or being a top 5 quarterback. He got paid. He's not going to get paid again, probably. I don't know if he needs it or not, but he's not going to go get his another big contract. It's over. His big contract's days are over. I mean, it was probably a 4 or 5 year deal. So, I mean, that extends it. And I'm sure after that, I mean, he's just like, I'm done. To me, it just seems like Deshaun Watson has mentally checked out of football. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. If Georgia remains number 1, do you think the defending champs put the Dogs in the college football playoffs? I don't understand what you're saying there. If Georgia remained number 1, do you think the defending champs put the Dogs in them? I don't understand what you're saying. Jalen Hurts doesn't look good as he did last year. Love him though, and the Eagles. Robert, I don't know if you watched the game and everything last night, and I don't know if you follow him pretty well. Jalen's hurt. Unfortunately, he's hurt. I don't know what yet. I haven't seen what yet, and he didn't get hurt last night in the game. He got hurt before. He said in the press conference he was hurt before the game. It didn't. He says that it didn't affect him. He hopes that it's not like longer to affect long term. But I don't know. He's slower. He's holding on to the ball a little longer, but sometimes that's how the plays open up. I mean, you can't, and I'm not saying you, but you can't hate the guy when he holds onto the ball and tries to get away and gets sacked, but then love on the guy whenever he holds on the ball, breaks the tackle, and throws one behind the cornerback because the cornerback and safety jumps up. So, I mean, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. And, I mean, interceptions, they come and go. You know what I mean? They come and go. There was years Peyton Manning and them threw a shit ton and still won. You know what I mean? Interceptions, they mean a lot, but sometimes they're meaningless. I mean, there was one interception that Goddard dropped and popped up and was a fumble interception. And on numbers, it's an interception. But if you watch the game, I mean, I don't know. Hey, thanks, Charles. I appreciate you following, bro. Let me look here. Do you think the college from? Oh, hold on? Let me go back here. I heard the Bengals got an offer of a first from a couple teams for Higgins. Garth, I would take it. If you're not going to sign him, and he's probably going to want big money. I don't know how he is, like how he acts or whatever, but he's probably going to want big money, and if he is, you ain't going to be able to afford it, and everybody else, so you probably should just roll on him. And if you can get a second or a first out of him, I would probably trade. There's going to be teams that reach out to him, like we talked about. The New York Giants will be a team that I think would be good for him. The Carolina Panthers would be a really good team for him. There was another one that I had. Right there, Green Bay Packers. Green Bay would be another one good for him. Garth, I think you could get a lot for Higgins. I know it's hard as a Bengals fan to let him go, but at times it's better. It's better to let him go when they're early and get a little bit. Robert, I appreciate you following the live here, brother, and follow me and everything. That kind of helps me out, gets me to my 2,000 people, so I can connect all this together. I heard the Patriots was one of them. I don't see that. I don't see the Patriots doing that because the Patriots just don't care. I feel like the Patriots are at a point that they're just like, I know they won yesterday, beat the Bills, but they're not it. They are the worst. I feel like they are the worst team on paper in the NFL. They won't have the worst record because they have a good coach, but I feel like on paper, they are the worst team in the NFL. Hey, I appreciate you guys hopping in here and whatever. Just talking some sports, bullshitting a little bit, some football if you want to hang in, talk, whatever. Are you answering my question? I rephrase it. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me look. Do you think the College Football Committee would put the Dogs in because of the defending champions? Absolutely. I mean, well, it depends. Like if they go undefeated, yeah, absolutely. You have to put them in. But I mean, I don't think they're going to go undefeated. With Brock Bowers hurt, I think Georgia's going to lose game. I really do. Maybe not like this game or the next game, but I think he's out 4 weeks. San Francisco, Philadelphia, Kansas City, 4 to 6. 4 to 6 weeks. Dennis Church or Garth. Charles, are you trying to tell me who's the best teams in the NFL right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like Philadelphia and Kansas City's tied or something, and Dolphins, or I don't know, or Philly and San Fran and Philly's won, and I don't know what you're doing. Dennis Church or Garth Rose. He should be back by the Tennessee game. Easy. Whoa. What's up with Devontae Smith? I don't think much really. I'll get back with you. Hold on, Charles. He's going to have some drops. I mean, he still goes up after him. His catches that they expect him to make at times is like, holy shit, that guy made that catch. So, I don't think much. I think sometimes you catch some and sometimes you don't. He's not an aggressive receiver. I would like to see Devontae in the slot more. I would like him to run like a Tyreek Hill. What's up, Dusty Burns? Not much, brother. We're on TikTok too. There's a lot more of them on there. We're talking some sports right now, actually talking about my boys. But I don't think much is wrong with him. I think it's just sometimes you play well, sometimes you don't. Everyone's human. I don't watch a lot of baseball. My boy plays baseball. I'm a coach, but I don't watch much baseball. But I want the Phillies to win. I mean, why wouldn't I, right? Thoughts on. So I don't know. I think that Georgia will lose a game, but I think that even if Georgia loses a game, they lose a game to somebody a scrub, they'll probably get knocked out. Not a scrub, but someone that's not top 5 or 6, they'll probably get knocked out as long as the other team's behind them. But Ohio State and Michigan, one of them's going to lose. So one of them's going to lose. They're going to drop down. So did you know Watson got his bag and said, fuck it, I'm going to be an OC? I don't even think he's an offense coordinator, Dusty Burns. Dusty Burns said, did you know Watson got his bag, which is talking about his cash, and said, fuck it, I'm going to be the offense coordinator. He was clapping. He looked like Jason Garrett out there just clapping away. That's it. That's all I seen out of him. I gave a little rant earlier, Dusty, on Watson. The guy's mentally checked out of football. I think Deshaun Watson has mentally checked out of football. He don't care. He don't love the game. He's just there to get a paycheck. Most like some workers, you know what I mean? They're just there to say hell with it. I don't even think he's a cheerleader. I wouldn't even put him on the cheer squad. I'd probably just give him his damn money and say, hey, buddy, just stay at the house because you're killing the mojo here. They said, yeah, he was cleared, but that he didn't want to. I don't know. They said that he was cleared to play, but the coach didn't want to put him back in or something. I don't know. Looked like a bunch of bullshit to me. He looked upset when he was told he wasn't going back in. But was he? I mean, he was just sitting there clapping. I mean, some of these guys are running up and down the sideline. He's just not an emotional player to me. He's not a Baker Mayfield. He's not a Jalen Hurts. I mean, heck, Tua showed more enthusiasm in it than he did. You know what I mean? I just don't understand that. I understand. I mean, look at Herbert at times, you know what I mean? And look at Patty and them. I mean, hell, Patty limping off the field and coming back. I mean, this guy's a joke. This guy is a $200 million joke is what he is. Which is easier, running T-ball practice or herding cats? Gotta love it. Well, dude, whenever I coached T-ball, I actually had a couple people helping. And like I told them, I said, you guys are just going to deal with the kids that like don't pay attention and run around. I'm going to run with the ones that can kind of make some plays. So that was my plans. And that's what we done. But yes, it's hard. It is hard. Who do you think the Chiefs will trade for to help offensive at a deadline? Man, they just got a wide receiver. I don't know. Not the splash that they need. I'm hoping they don't trade for nobody. But I think they should. I think they should definitely go after a wide receiver. I mean, Denver's talking about trading some. Or even one that is an older guy that probably not a lot's talked about. That I don't even know if he'd get traded. But I think Patty Mahomes would be really good with Thielen, Adam Thielen from the Carolina. I know he's doing really good in Carolina, but realistically, how many more years has he got? And Bryce is going to have a few more years to get better. So I just don't think the lineup on time's right. Bryce is going to be good. I think Bryce is going to be good. Thoughts on the top 25 AP? It's all right. I mean, it's going to pan out. I'm not a big on one college team. I like Florida State. I can't sit and beat the bandwagon and say I'm like a huge Florida State fan because they're winning. I'm not that kind of person. I like following Florida State. I love following college football just to watch the players, watch them develop to go into the NFL. But Ohio State, they get on my nerves. A lot of fans drive me crazy. I enjoy watching some of their players. Some of their players develop. Their quarterbacks develop like ass in the NFL. But that's just what it is. Cooper. You think they're going to get rid of Cooper and Dusty Burns? There ain't no way. No way, Cooper. Come on. Hope that ain't what you're talking about. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm from Ohio, to be honest, Logan. I'm from Ohio. But I've just liked Philly, man, since like 2004. You know what I mean? I was in like sophomore in school. That's when I just started liking them. Better fit for the Panthers and Bryce Young, Judy or Higgins? Higgins, just because I think Judy has a piss poor attitude. I don't watch Higgins a lot and see, but Judy shows more that seems like he's a prick. And I think Bryce Young would need somebody that's like more encouraging. I think he would use somebody that's like, hey, you know what I mean? Somebody that's better for him, somebody that's more of a team player. Maybe he is. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, you could probably get something. We're going to have to pay another quarterback. You have to do something. I was talking to my buddy Foltz, Ryan, and I was telling him that he's like, yeah, I can't wait for Watson to come back. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, they need to just kick that guy to the curb and go say, hey, Kirk Cousins, you want to come to Cleveland for a little while, maybe try to win some games? Because something ain't working out. Minnesota's probably going to get mollywopped tonight. And I think Judy is upset too. But I mean, and if it's so, it's probably because of Russ. I mean, it has to be because of Russ, dude. It has to be because the way he is, the person he is. I mean, if he was a better person and everybody liked him and got along with, I mean, the spirits would be different. I just don't understand. You have playmakers. You had one of the best defenses last year. What is wrong? I just don't understand. T. Higgins be nice in KC. Yeah, it would for you, David and Mahomes. But my God, they're already good. Can't keep loading them up. I just hope Dallas don't go reach out and get another one too. That's what we think about Dallas. Hit that like button for thumbs down Dallas. We don't like Dallas. We don't like Dallas, but they're good. They are good. David Martin joined. Don't know. Yeah, had a boy, Garth. We don't like him Cowboys. We don't like him Cowboys. You have to do something, Dusty Burns. Any more questions or suggestions on this? On this TikTok world here. Every time I hit a button or something, it always messes it up. I need to just be able to get it where I can link it on here and everything will pop up. We're close. We are close, people, to 2,000 followers on the Talk World. We are close. We get 2,000, I ain't got to worry about setting my phone here and having two different things, looking at one thing and looking at the other thing. Weird. Coke Zero. Could be a sponsor. Hey, thanks, JP. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, we're always on here. Bullshitting around, chatting. I got a couple buddies that's on here. Rolls that got this account. We roll through a couple of them. You can look on our pages and send us messages or like our stuff or whatever you want to do, really. Sure shit. I would show you more of my Philly memorabilia, but people hate. People hate. I do got my Darius Slay helmet back there, though. Full size. Big play Slay, baby. Woo. Big play Slay. That's my boy. That is my boy. You're leaned up against a Dallas Goedert helmet right now. Top 5 tight end in the league. Dan can't argue that now. What do you guys think on here? Who's better? Pat Freiermuth or Dallas Goedert? Just be strictly 100% honest. Who's better? Pat Freiermuth or Dallas Goedert? I want to know. I want everybody's honest opinion. Who's better? You've seen a little bit of everybody. Who's better? Give it to me. Give it to me. Uncut, clear, whatever. Let's hear it. Who is better? Dallas Goedert or Pat Freiermuth? I mean, I think it's easy. I think it's wide open. I think Dallas Goedert. I mean, he's good. Top 5 tight end in the league, in my opinion. Goddard, Dallas. Hey, thanks, Zach. Hey, Zach, that a boy. Attaboy, Dallas. Attaboy, Zach knows. Hey, just asking. I got a buddy that floats around saying Pat Freiermuth's better than Dallas Goedert. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. I don't even think Freiermuth's top 8 now. Sheesh. Maybe Pickens, maybe just Kenny Pickett can't get it to him. I don't know. Your tight end's as good as your quarterback be, I guess. Is OSU, we got a question on the Facebook world. Here we go, TikTok. Is OSU better than we thought, or is Penn State worse? Or was it just a game from 2 average teams? That's a good question. Here we go. Is OSU better than we thought, or is Penn State worse? Or was it just a game of 2 average teams? My honest opinion, I said Ohio State by 10. I think Penn State was overrated. They're overrated every year. Every year, Penn State, all the big, easy now, I'm going to hurt a little of your feelings for a minute. But all these Big Ten guys is like, oh, the Big Ten's so loaded and it's so good and all these teams are awesome that comes up. They're ranked because they don't reach out. And some SEC's the same at times. You know what I mean? They don't reach out to the Big Ten at times and like play each other. So they're ranked because they just keep playing the same teams and they don't lose a lot. So they stay in the middle of the pack. They win till they play a team that's actually pretty good. There's 2 Big Ten teams. I agree. There's 2 Big Ten teams that's good right now. And that's how it's been for a little while. I know that at times you'll lose a game, but that don't mean you're good because you lose a game versus a team that's not very good. Sometimes your matchups aren't good, or sometimes things just don't happen the way you want them to. Yeah, until next year. Until next year, then there'll be 3 again. And Penn State will be so good until they get beat against Ohio State again. I mean, that's just the way it is every year. Hey, that a boy, JP. Whoa, go Strozo. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe Phillies. How about UNC? They're good. They're good. Thanks, JP. I like it, though. USC being there next year. It just depends if Caleb comes back, but they'll probably get beat versus Utah again. I mean, and you want to stay with that. You want to stay with that now? Let's talk about Caleb Williams. Does Caleb Williams still go 1? I mean, I know everybody's big on the Caleb Williams train, and I know that Caleb Williams is really good, but I mean, if he's really talking about stake or in the ownership, or if he's really, I mean, look at his attitude, how he was. He got beat and he acted like a little 10-year-old baby, acted like my son out there. He acted like my 10-year-old son out there crying. You know what I mean? It's like, I understand emotions are high, but God, dude, you're an adult. You know what I mean? Go out there, play your best, support your dudes, help them out, help coach on the sideline at times, learn a little bit as you go, and play football. Play football. I mean, I don't understand it. These people now are just like they're entitled. It's like people are entitled. You know what I mean? They're entitled to like get their money. They're entitled to, oh, I'm going to be the number one pick in the draft. If I don't want to get drafted, well, guess what? I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to go to the number one team because they need a quarterback and their team sucks. I think it's bullshit. The 2 pro style D's he faced didn't look good. No, I agree. Thoughts on the rumors Deion coming in the NFL? I think he will. My buddy Den don't think he will, but I think he will. I really think that he could. I really think that he could try to follow his son. I don't know why you would want to, because once he gets so old, I feel like kind of let him do his own thing. But if that's what you want to do and you really want to coach the NFL, I mean, you could. You could probably go to ATL and coach. I mean, let's be real. They could give the Desmond Ridder ride one more time. And then say, hey, guess who's coming next year? Prime time and Shedeur Sanders. They could. I mean, because he's gonna coach one more year at Colorado for sure. If Eagles game was rigged, I swear to God, if you say it's not, you definitely didn't watch the game, dude. Come on, you're gonna come at me with that, really? You're really going to come at me with that and say, oh, the game, dude. But let's be real. There is times that I'm out there. It's like, man, how did that happen? I don't like to think of it that way because I really like football. I really enjoy it, although it's stressful as fuck at times to do it. But I don't think it's rigged. Maybe at times if they want, I don't know. I don't think that game itself was rigged. But I don't know. It's hard to say, dude. It's hard to say if the NFL is rigged or not. It is a crazy subject to talk about. If you look into it and you're one of them conspiracy people, you can look into anything and believe anything's real. I mean, the TikTok, the YouTube, it'll show you anything. The game is no calls on headlocking. Dude, they can't always see it. I mean, I agree on the face mask, but the ref was behind it. That's why I think there should be penalties. I mean, cameras where you can review them and review the penalty. But there's a penalty on every play, dude. You don't think there wasn't a penalty on AJ Brown on the touchdown? He got the whole shirt was stretched out. They didn't call that. I mean, sometimes you let people play. That was a face mask. I don't think the ref seen it. Yeah, the clothesline, the guy definitely was a holding call. I don't know if he didn't see it or maybe he's like, I'm going to let him play a little bit. These guys are chipping and fighting the whole time. I agree. Like I said, I agree on the headlock. I understand they was there. I seen him. Absolutely, David. I think Brandon Staley should have been fired last year. Probably, I mean, any job that lately he's had has been trash. I think I like Goddard last night, 5 receptions, 77, and a tutty. Pat doesn't have 77 yards all season. Whoo, that right there. But Dusty, look up how many games has he played. Can't be doing that if he ain't been on the field. I don't know if he has or not, though, so look it up for me. Do you think Brandon Staley? Yeah, I do. Like I said, I do think Brandon Staley should be fired. A lot of my buddies, I got Charger buddies, Stephen Carver, that thinks that dog water. My buddy Den, he's a closet Chargers fan. He is dog water. They don't like Brandon. Brandon Staley, Matt Canada. It's the 2 people I always hear about. Fire them. Brandon Staley, Matt Canada. It's the 2 people. That's all I hear about. 2 offense coordinators that they want fired. Thanks, David. Why don't you give me a like and a follow, brother? I appreciate it. Just trying to get to 2,000 people so I can connect this and my computer that's over here together. For some reason, this app, I have to have 2,000 followers on TikTok to be able to link them together. Right now, I'm live on YouTube, the X, and Facebook. So sometimes you just got to wait. Let's hear your thoughts on Ohio State versus Penn State. Tal, I'd said Ohio State by 10. I know you don't listen or watch much, but I did. I said Ohio State by 10. Ohio State's a good team. I mean, I think they're a top 5 team for sure. I know they're in there, but I'm just saying I think they're a top 5 team. And they're getting better. They're getting better as the games go on. Kyle McCord's getting a little more under his feet, just like any player. I mean, Kyle McCord's obviously a good football player. I'm not saying he's one of the best quarterbacks around right now. Absolutely not. But I'm just saying he's been there. I mean, he's been playing football for a long time. He's pretty good at it. Once he gets more game speed, more in with the team, more in with the opponents coming at him, reading their plays, reading the defense behind him, watching film, he's only going to get better. Let's be honest, as a real Eagles fan, the refs last night, it was bad. There was some bad plays. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely there was. There was some bad calls. That wasn't calls. But there was some on Philly, too. I mean, like I said, the one on A.J. Brown, the refs should be fine. Absolutely. I mean, they should. Or get, like, suspended games. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're going to get docked. You ain't going to get paid because you got to miss 2 games because you bluntly missed your job. So, I mean, I definitely think there should be something on it. But it is hard. I mean, I know they probably get paid a shit ton of money, but it is hard to see everything that fast. I don't know if any of you guys ever like umpired or tried to ref a game or like, I know not from the TV. I'm talking about like live there. Like if you're behind the plate, like I help umpire and coach, and it's hard, dude. Like watching them come in and or down on the sideline, you know what I mean, trying to watch the play or who the hold was on or stuff is hard. I know these guys get paid a lot of money, but I mean, and there should be some repercussion for something, but man, it's tough. It would be tough. Tough to be in their shoes, that's for sure. That is a hard job to do. That's why I think at times maybe review them, but then if you go reviewing them, it's like there's a penalty on every play. There's a hold on the offensive line or on the cornerbacks or hands to the face on defense. I mean, there is a call on every play, I guarantee it. Who would you rather have your franchise quarterback, Stroud, Richardson, Bryce, or Mayonnaise Man? I like that, JP. Good question. Right now, I mean, probably Stroud, dude. I mean, Stroud's been showing he can move and throw. But other than Stroud, because I think Stroud's the obvious right now just because he's playing really well, I would, and everyone's going to hate me on it, but I think I would take Richardson, dude. I think I would. The more athletic guy, the one, if you had a good playmaker, if you like put Richardson on Andy Reid's staff or Shanahan's staff on the 49ers, I think that they could open him up to a whole new thing. And I think he'd be really, really good. Yeah, it's tough, David, isn't it? It is tough. I mean, if you umpire high school stuff, you know, dude, it is hard. Basketball's a little slower. You can call fouls and stuff. You can see them. But baseball's hard. Baseball is, especially like the slide ins and the bang bangs. I mean, it's hard. You're right, man. Just kind of felt the Dolphins were getting kind of cheated, but oh well. And I think at times, I don't know if it's cheated, rigged, whatever, but at times it does look obvious, you know what I mean? But there is on both sides of it too. I mean, there, like I said, the one on AJ Brown was bluntly a hold. A lot of them didn't talk about on that at the end, you know what I mean? I thought the one where Darius Slay picked the ball, the one guy was a little early, but heck, at times you see and you watch a game and you're like, oh, well, Tony Romo's like, well, they're going to let him play. It's bang, bang. And then at times it's like, oh, it's rigged. So you just don't know. Pat is 4 games, 53 yards, and Dallas only played in 6. So 2 more games. Dallas is averaging 45 a game. And if you add it up, that's more than Pat's all year. Thanks, Dallas. Thanks, Dusty Burns. Dusty Burns just confirmed for me. Dallas Goedert better than Pat Freiermuth. What a win for Philly. LFG. That a boy, Dom. That a boy, Dom. What is your top 3 NFC? Let me look here. Let me write them. Let me look on paper so I don't look like an idiot or forget somebody. Let me look on paper real quick. I mean, I could probably give you 3 off the top of my head, but I hate to look stupid. I'll write it down real quick. I mean, in no order. Do you want me to go in like who's 1, 2, 3, or do you want me to just say like it doesn't matter in any order? Yeah, best to worst. That's tough. Some of you guys give me yours too. He wants to know what your top 3 AFC and NFC teams is. Put them in there. See what I want to see. Kind of curious what you guys are thinking too. There's a few that I'm kind of tangled up on. Yeah, that's probably it. Who's not on there though? There's 6. That is tough. Probably them. Probably them. And a lot of this plays factor to the and like when you're playing. When you're playing, I played high school football and refs do. Frisco? Who's Frisco? Oh, San Francisco. San Francisco Eagles, Cowboys. We have to fire Ron. Hey, Commanders, you're right, buddy. You are absolutely right. Hey, give me a follow there, Commander. You're absolutely right. A lot of people are on the fire Ron train. I'm looking at on the AFC, the top 3 AFC teams. I'm looking at Kansas City, the Dolphins, and the Bills probably. Come on, don't hate, bro. And the other one, you're right, Dom. I'm looking at the Niners, Philly, and the Cowboys. Probably. I know a lot of people are probably going to say the Lions, but man, the Lions really disappointed me on the Ravens. I was close to putting the Lions at like a for real 1 or 2 team. Do you think the Bills are better? Yeah, I think the Bills are better than the Jags. I really do. And I think the Bills will be prepared for colder weather. I think they play better in colder weather as the year goes on. Go Birds. Hey, that's right, Silent. Give me a follow, baby. Go Birds. I'm not hating, but those 2 penalties that were not called. I agree. Hey, we talked about it, Commanders. I totally agree. But there's a couple too that wasn't called. Come on. Ravens, Chiefs, and Miami. Holy moly, you're going to put the Ravens at 1? There's no way, Dennis Church. No way I'm putting the Ravens at 1 right now. No way. Kansas City, Miami, and Jags. I'm not mad about that. I like it because it's different, but I think Ravens, San Fran, Philly, and Detroit. Detroit's close, but I just think they shit the bed. And I was not happy with how they couldn't get no pressure. Ravens better than Fins and probably Bills. I don't know, dude. I don't think so, Dusty. I don't think so. I think the Fins are better than the Ravens. The Bills are close, but the Bills just seem like they play better in colder weather. I just think that they seem like they play better games. I don't know why. They're used to it, maybe. I don't know. Seems like if it goes there, if it's home, Detroit in top 5, in my opinion. Yeah, Detroit's top 5. I'd say no, just through some teams. Oh, I got you. But I don't think you're too far off, Dennis. I mean, Ravens are definitely in 4 or 5. Gotta be, right? I mean, they're balling too. I just thought you had them at 1. That's my bad. I got them at 2 or 3. And you could go 2 or 3. I mean, I think maybe 3. I mean, you could maybe go 2. It just depends. I just don't think I would drop the Bills or Dolphins to 4. The Bills to 4. I don't know. It's tough. It is tough because these teams, do you think the Falcons are making, dude, that division is just what's trash. And it's hard to say, they're not going to not win the division and get in. Whoever's getting in that division is probably the only way they're going to get in. Sorry, Con. I'm not bringing you live. Oh. Hey, I appreciate you guys getting on here. I probably got 15, 20 minutes or so left before I go get the little one. No, they're not going to make the wild card. They're not going to. My top 10 in the NFC. I don't think they'll make the wild card, no. I say the Falcons are out. I don't think they'll win their division. I appreciate you guys following me. That helps me get to my 2,000 followers so I can connect all this together. So I ain't got to read one thing and then look over here and then back and forth. Trump football. Hey, what's up? Appreciate you guys hopping in, talking, bullshitting a little bit. Who wins the AFC East, Bills or Dolphins? Probably the Dolphins. But it's close. I mean, I think it really just depends. Like, I think now the worse the weather gets, the worse the Dolphins get. Dolphins' best thing is speed. They are so fast everywhere. So, you know what slows down speed? Real grass and cold weather. If you put those two together, them guys, they slow down a little bit, so that it ain't as fast, or everything kind of gives them a little bit more help. The cornerbacks, the safeties, the linebackers. I mean, it kind of gives them a little bit, helps that defense out a little bit. The wide receivers, they're fragile. They don't like that cold weather. It's cold in them hands. Hard to catch that ball. Thoughts on the Bears quarterback yesterday? Hey, the dude balled out. I mean, he played well. He won. There ain't much film on the kid. He was good with it. They gave him the game ball. I mean, he seemed like a winnable quarterback for a little while. I mean, you can't say a franchise quarterback, but let the kid play. I don't know how long. How long did they say Fields was going to be out? Any idea? Anyone see that? I mean, if he's going to be out for a little while, let him play. The Cowboys always scare me. Cowboys always scare me every year. I mean, the past few years for sure. I mean, probably as long as I can remember liking them. Cowboys are always good. Always a top 10 team. Always. I mean, I got them at 3 in the NFC right now. Is it bad that I have more faith in Georgia making the playoffs than the Falcons? No, it's not. No, it's not. It sucks though, because Georgia. What right now in college football? What is your name on TikTok for this? It is Real and Raw Sports. Real and Raw Sports, guy. I don't know if you could look up my name. You could probably look up my name and maybe like look at my friends or whatever on it. But it's on Real and Raw Sports. Is it like I said, Georgia though? Like I was talking about college football right now. I don't think there's like a team. There's not a team right now that I can say in college football that they for sure 110% is going to go to the playoffs. There is not a team right now that I can say that. Really? That's cool. That's cool to know. Maybe we're popular. I don't know. I like how humble you are. Respect you. Hey, buddy. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. That's good vibes. I appreciate that. Michigan's good. Hey, Michigan's really good. And I think Michigan goes undefeated until Ohio State and could beat Ohio State. But it's either or. Like I said, I don't think there's one team in college football right now that you can say, this team's making it to the playoffs. JP, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell with Fields. If Georgia survives the next 5 weeks, then I would hope. I mean, 5 weeks is a long time, bud. That's a long time. Especially 4 weeks without your boy. He's one of the best players in college football. I love watching that kid. He was my dog of the week one week. Whew. If Georgia survives, yeah, you should. Missouri, Ole Miss. And I mean, but that's the thing with you guys. You play those teams like a lot. You know what I mean? Like through the years. So them teams, and they're pretty good. They're kind of like the Big Ten, how like everyone thinks they're really, really good. And they're like, they're mediocre. They're in the middle, or they're a top 12 to 15 team. And it's like, hey, or they're 15 to 22. And it's like, they're good, but they're not that good. And they can knock you off because a mismatch on a wide receiver or cornerback, and you get 2 touchdowns off that. 2 touchdowns can win you a football game. Simple as that. You think Bama era is over? I don't think it's over, but I think it's definitely on the down because you got a good coach. I mean, you got a really good coach. You got some good players. They're 5 stars all over the board. They're good. You have everybody else getting good players too now, and it's hard. It's really hard. And the transfer portal hurt a lot. I watch a little bit of NBA. I like the Lakers. I'm a LeBron fan, so I like to follow LeBron. Don't hate. I know a lot of people don't like LeBron because his outtake on life. I don't follow everything he does on that. I see what he does. I don't care. The guy can play basketball. But the transfer portal definitely ruined a lot. It helped a lot of teams that was lower that couldn't get up to the 25 or get to make that. I mean, I'm not sure. Come back verse. I don't know. I'm not sure, Logan. But like teams like Colorado and them, I mean, and even like TCU and them, I know they're there, but like if you would bring a prime coach or a big name guy that's out there, or someone that's like, they're looking for a job that's pretty good, that brings some names in, you can get teams, you could get players now from 2 other schools faster and not have to build them up. You can go reach out and get them from another team. I mean, a lot of people don't like it. No, I don't watch a lot of baseball. I don't think it's going to hurt college football, Tal. I really don't. I mean, people's kids been getting paid for years, dude. If it ain't illegally through getting cars or getting free food or I mean, they've been getting paid for years. And I mean, look how many people come through and eventually say, oh, I got this for free forever. They gave everybody vehicles. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, Kirby Smart revived Georgia. I agree. And I mean, you got, old boy, the Dabo down in Clemson. I mean, he won some games for a while. He was good. But now he's got to build, like, they got to reach out. There's coaches now that's like not into the transfer portal thing. They're totally against it and they hate it and they're old school. But you're not going to win that way. I promise. You got to go out. You really have to reach out and try to get help out of some of these players that's ready to play, because you could have a team. It's like the NFL. You can have a team that you're ready, but you ain't got that top tier quarterback. You ain't got that top tier wide receiver or running back. And you're like, hey, you know who does? The team down the road. Let's go get him. If you had to redraft that Hurts into a class, I don't know. I mean, it's still, it's hard, dude. It's hard to redraft. You know what I mean? It's hard to do that because, I mean, who do you think's better now, Tua or Hurts? You don't know that. I mean, I think it's either or. I mean, yeah, they both won some games, but it really depends on the kind of quarterback you like. Do you like a guy that can sit back and sling the football 45 times, or do you like a guy that can move around and make plays happen? I mean, it's really about what you want. Colts versus the refs. You know what, buddy? I watched the end of that game, and if you want to talk, people want to give my boys hate on them refs, what the heck was that Colts and Browns game? I know there's a lot of Brownie fans in here, but come on. What was that Colts and Browns game? Sheesh, that was crazy. I agree, Roddy. Hey, Roddy, give me a follow. Appreciate you on here. I agree, bro. You're going to get, don't worry. We got some Browns fans on here. We got old Browns fans on here. They're going to give a little intake. It was catchable. It was not catchable. Yeah, maybe if you're Victor Wembanyama guy and you got those Michael Jordan stretch arms, that ball was not catchable. Dusty Burns, not catchable. Guy on Facebook over here trying to tell me that ball was catchable. Ball was not. Dusty Burns, love you like a brother. That ball was not catchable. Do you think there's a clear favorite in the NFL right now? We'll take on Georgia. If wins in the Georgia. Yeah, I think so. Logan. I do. I really do. I mean, they're there now. I mean, they're in that big dynasty where they're going to win a few years and play really good 4 or 5 years after they win a couple. I mean, they're good. They're a dynasty, and they can just keep coming to Philly. Clear favorite in the NFL right now? I don't think there's a clear favorite in the NFL right now. I mean, I'm not going to beat my own drum, but the NFL is so tricky because if people don't match up at times, or, I mean, a couple bad plays, a bad fumble, and your defense don't come help bail you out, I mean, it's tough. I mean, like I said, there's Kansas City, 49ers, Philadelphia, the Bills, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Cowboys. I mean, they're all good. If New York Jets are somehow in the hunt, will Aaron Rodgers make a medical history and play? Dude, JP, I don't get this, dude. I do not get the whole Aaron Rodgers. Like, how is he doing what he's doing? Like, I know, like, he had a thing in a heel in a shoe to, like, kind of help so you don't put that pressure down on it. And, like, he's doing everything and beyond. But it goes back around, like, how is this true? How can somebody literally be injured like that and nobody else be able to come back? And other doctors report. I mean, I seen another ESPN guy, like, call him out and say, hey, you bring your doctor here. I want to bring my doctor here. And let's see how they talk and see. My doctor says there's no way ever you can play this year. And you're telling me you can come back. I just don't understand it. Anyone else feel like it's a fake injury so they can hype the comeback? If it's a fake injury, then the NFL's rigged. There's no way you're going to sit back and let a franchise quarterback fake an injury for 8 months. Not really, but that long, you know what I mean? A long time, and not play 10 games and then come back because you won a few, you barely made it to the playoffs. I mean, they going to win their division? I mean, is the Jets going to win their division? It is strange, Rob. I 100% agree, dude. It's weird. I hate talking about it at times because I hate the NFL thinking that it's rigged. Magnets in footballs and go. I mean, I've seen it all. You know what I mean? If you do enough research on stuff, your mind will go like that and you'll see it. Rob, if you don't care, bro, give me a follow. Trying to hit 2,000 here. Try to get where we can pop both of these on the same thing. Roger's thing seems fishy. How can you tear an Achilles and come back? An investigation coming. I don't know. I mean, if it's not, I mean, I don't think it's an investigation going to come because the NFL would be with it. They know if this isn't hurt, they know this guy's not hurt, and it would be with it. But I don't see it because if you have that much control and you're saying that you're trying to hype it up, then you're going to have the Jets win a lot of games because they got to get to the playoffs, right? Or the last game of the year or this game at a certain time can get you in if you win and Rodgers comes in and plays. You know what I mean? I don't know. Saying Fins against the refs. It was one bad call. There was I don't know if it's Luke or something LXKE. Do you think the Eagles are the Georgia Bulldogs? Kind of. I mean, I know they get players, Logan. I don't think they're the Georgia Bulldogs. I think we're way more creative, but, LXKE, you think Fins against, we talked about it earlier. There was bad calls. There should have been a couple calls, open calls that I totally agree on that they should have called on them. That don't mean it's going to be a different outcome of the game. Philly could have scored another touchdown. Remember, we took several knees at the end of the game when we could have scored a field goal or tried to score a touchdown and probably scored a touchdown and made it uglier than it did. And I believe if that was the Dolphins, they would have. The Miami Dolphins would have ran that score up and said, look, beat you by 70. But Nick Sirianni didn't. I know everybody hates on him and he's a sideline goof and he runs his mouth. The dude was pretty respectful because he didn't drop another 7 or 8 on you and put the scoreboard up a little more. He's like, we'll pump the brakes. We'll take a knee. We'll get out of here. We're fine. Let's say he wants hurt. That would make the NFL look so bad. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. The Eagles would lose by 20-1 to the Texans. Come on, bro. XELA, come on. To the Texans? Come on, man. Why don't you give me a follow, though, bro? Also, it's Luke. Hey, bro, I'm sorry, but it was next there. I didn't know, Luke. Didn't know, bro. Didn't know. Don't hate. Don't hate. Do you think if Georgia is if Georgia is one loss and wins the SEC championship? Yeah. Yeah, if they're one loss and they win the SEC, you got to put them in. Hey, belong in trash. Hey, thank you. No, it's good, man. Appreciate you guys following, hanging in. I got a few more minutes. I've been on here for a little while. Been on here for an hour. I got to pick up the little one shortly. Just like to get on here, bullshit a little bit, try to hang out, talk. If I get 2,000 people, I can link all this together because I got a computer here that's got TikTok. That's got YouTube, the X, Facebook on it, and trying to do both kind of hard. How's it when? How that win feel last night? It feels good. I woke up good. Woke up hard as an ox. Had to piss this morning, get it done. I was happy. I was excited. Do you do YouTube? Yeah, we're on YouTube as well, bro. YouTube, Facebook, and the X, which is Twitter. We're on all those. The same thing. If you go up on the link tree, you should be able to click it. It should show you everything. It all comes up at the same time. So you can kind of see different angles. Actually, if you go to YouTube, you could see a different angle of the camera because the camera's different. And then you could go back and watch some of the videos and stuff. Do you think we have a chance against other big teams? Absolutely. Yeah. We're playing big teams and we're winning. We're winning, bro. Come on, Luke. Come on, Lukey. We just got to get healthy. I just hope Jalen Hurts ain't hurt. We just got to get healthy. Who you taking tonight? 49ers, baby. Got to. I hope not. I like for Minnesota to be like, hey, we can't sell this team. We got to win. Knock the 49ers down, I hope. But it ain't going to happen. I'm excited, Logan, for the next year format. A lot of these regular people aren't excited about the extension. I'm excited because anything can happen. Putting another one of those teams in there, and I promise one of them's eventually going to win because they're going to get a little bit of hype. And they're going to be on heat. They're going to be fired up, ready to play. Knee is scary, but I still think if you're talking about Hurts, I still think he's all right. He ran, he scored a touchdown. I just think he's a little sore. I'd like to see Browns drop a bag for Kirk. I would too. Not drop a bag. Kirk's been fucking paid enough. Not a bag, Dusty Burns, but trade a third and say, hey, take a pay cut. Jalen has given me hope now. I was praying it wouldn't be another Jets-Eagles game with that 17-17 tie. Yeah, I mean, my thing is, one, quit throwing the freaking football so much. I know you got playmakers all over the place, but run the football. We are driven on running the football. You got dogs back there, literally. DeAndre Swift. Run the football. Run the football. Not no quarterback sneak on 3rd and goal and trying to get a touchdown. Run the football. DeAndre Swift, whatever. Run the football. Couple more minutes here, guys, and I got to head out. I appreciate you guys getting on here, hanging out. I appreciate you guys following. CMC and Debo are out. Vikings may win. Yeah, I see they're out, but they're still loaded, dude. They got players. Brandon Ayuk. That's that Michelle guy they got on the other running back. They're loaded, dude. The 49, plus their coach is really good. They can plug and play anybody in there, and they're going to play really well. It's just the way it is. But CMC out is going to really, really hurt him because he is the best running back in the NFL. I'd say the offense coordinator will do more play actions and runs if we run a lot play actions. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and that's how it opens up at times. It does. I mean, because you run. They're bringing everybody in, and whoop, look who's in the backfield. Top 5 tight end in the league, Dallas Goedert. Top 5 tight end in the league, Dallas Goedert. Hey, I appreciate all you guys get on here. Been fun chatting. Appreciate the TikTok, everybody getting on. Had a good time. Probably get on, I don't know, maybe tonight with Den or tomorrow. We got an NBA live we're going to go through before NBA tries to tip off here. I know there's some NBA fans around here. My buddy Den's a big NBA fan. We're going to get his input on NBA, my input on NBA, a little bit of trades during the offseason. I don't know. Stay tuned. Appreciate you guys hanging out, coming in. Real and raw. We are out. Thanks, guys.